So to join us now to talk about what this exactly means is Diane Birnholz, former federal prosecutor. And
this is a slightly unusual case where there are charges that relate to different schemes to defraud. Two of the charges in this case charge conspiracy, where Elizabeth Holmes was charged with conspiring to commit wire fraud with Sunny Balwani. Some of the charges in this case deal with a scheme to defraud the investors. And then finally, there were some additional counts that have to do with a scheme to defraud the patients themselves who purchased the blood results.
Having money be the object of this case doesn't make sense because he had to have known that this money would either be marked or it would be somehow traceable. So again, you have to wonder, what was the real agenda here? Some people theorize that the D.B. Cooper hijacking was really some sort of false flag event to create a hijacking spectacular enough that it will grab everyone's attention and lead to some regulation changes so that these hijackings can stop. And that actually is what happened after D.B. Cooper, because the FAA came out with all kinds of new regulations.
Relationship with the military and with various pharmaceutical companies. And again, the prosecution was relying on some of the statements that she made in this tape-recorded conversation with investors. And that's part of the prosecution's theory, is that she was making material representations to investors with the intent to defraud and the intent for them to wire money over to Theranos to invest in what turned out to be a fraudulent blood testing machine.
Well, here, a factor the defense attorney claimed at sentencing was that the defendant believed there was consent and that he thought this was a consensual encounter. The jury, though, had disagreed at trial and found that what he did after he followed the victim into the bathroom was a sexual assault. See, if someone is murdered in prison, you're more likely to have witnesses who are close by who actually saw what happened. But on the other hand, you're much less likely to have people who want to actually explain what happened. She ended up giving him 7 years in prison, and he's now got to register as a lifetime sex offender.
Once again, Diane, thank you for joining us. Hopefully, we'll talk with you again soon once we do hear a verdict.